week on North Park's Top Gear, we test drive the Kubota and the Mule and put them through their paces. The incredible Kubota, and what a beast it is. At its heart is a massive 3-cylinder, 4-cycle overhead valve diesel engine, which delivers a staggering 21.6 pure unadulterated horsepower. With this baby in high gear, the Kubota eats dust with a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour. It's too fast for the underground with our limit of 30 Ks, but it'll get you around the mine in no time. So let's put it to the test, and who better to do it than our very own Stig down at the LV workshop. Okay, Andrew, tell us some of the differences with the Kubota for pre-start.
Okay, we're here to do a pre-start on the Kubota. Main differences to an LV is you've actually got to lift the tray to gain access to the motor to do your pre-start. So coming around the side, just if you come down and look here, we've got 2 red clips here. This one's actually already disengaged. We'll come around this side. Same thing under this side, grab hold of that red lever, disengage that, you just grab the handle on the tray and lift that up. First thing you want to do is check your engine oil around this side. Engine oil has an orange dot on top of it there, pull that out, check the oil level, make sure that's fine before you start use. The other thing, check the fan belt. Directly in through here you see the fan blades, you can see the belt there, make sure that's tight. Visually inspect all around the engine compartment for any oil leaks or so on. You can see that in there. Pay particular attention to your tyres, your suspension area. Down underneath here you've actually got drive shafts. Check that there's no rocks or anything in there that's going to damage the shafts.
Hey Andrew, where do we check the water?
Okay, firstly, this seat tilts forward, that gains you access. Lifting this mat here will give you access to all the power steering and coolant. Always remember not to undo the radiator cap while the machine's hot. The overflow bottles here, you can check how much coolant's actually in there, and to remember that one's your power steering, so if you've got to top it up, never to fill that one with the coolant. Around this side we've got a pre-cleaner on these models. This will actually show you how much dirt accumulates into this pre-cleaner. So once a week or every so often, when you notice the actual dirt starting to come up here, remove the top of that, take that out and just give it a light tap onto the tyre. Don't go hitting that on the frame, you go and break it, it's only plastic. Just sit that back into place and the cap goes back on top.
Warning, warning!
And the brake fluid's somewhere else?
Yes, look, basically under the bonnet here, if we put our hand under here, there's a little lever, pull that, lift it up, that will automatically engage the lock on the bonnet. This is our brake fluid here. This has a maximum in, our maximum brake fluid's up the top here, minimum quantity down the bottom. Just see a mechanic or a technician to top that up for you. To put the bonnet down, just lift it up, push that lever in, and let it go. They're the main areas you've got to check for your pre-start on this. Check all your lights as you usually do, check your fire extinguishers in date, mark it all down in your pre-start book, and you're pretty right to go.
And what about the dash panel on this amazing vehicle?
Basically you'll find very similar to a normal light vehicle. We've got our speedo. The only difference here is we're in miles per hour in the white lettering and the kilometres are actually in the red. Now we've actually put some reflective tape there that indicates 30 kilometres an hour. That's our speed limit underground. Our temperature gauge generally should run about halfway. Fuel gauge there. Our ignition key's here. Turn our ignition key on. Move it around slightly. As you'll see here is the glow symbol. That glow symbol will illuminate down here on the dash panel. Hold that for approximately 5 seconds. Let it off. Then crank the motor. Okay, our blinkers here, directly, push button switch, both sides operates the blinkers. Our toggle switch in the middle is our work lights for on top of the roof if you require them, and our headlight switch. Hazard switch, the red switch there. Our gear selection, we've got a 2 and 4-wheel drive selection lever. To the right of that is our gear selector. We've got our reverse down here, our low range, which is like first gear in an LV, medium range, second gear, and high range, which is your third gear onwards. If there is trouble actually taking that lever out of gear, we've got a neutraliser here, which will allow that lever to directly come straight out of gear if for some unknown reason something gets stuck in the gearbox. That's a safety feature of the gearbox. Our horn button is directly here beside the ignition, which is there, and our wipers, we've got a switch directly up here for the wipers. It's only fitted with a driver's side wiper, that's all they require. Okay, like any North Park Slide vehicle, our seatbelts must be worn at all times. One for each occupant. We've only got 2 occupants allowed in this vehicle at any one time. Our handbrake lever's on the left-hand side of the driver, directly there. Push button to release it. We've got a diff lock just here, and beside the driver's side foot is the actuator for the diff lock there. Push that down, that engages diff lock. This button here, with your foot on that, will release it. Okay, our foot pedals, we've got our accelerator here on the right hand side, and our brake pedal just there to the left of that. Now, this vehicle being hydrostat, as soon as we release our foot off the accelerator pedal, the vehicle will automatically come to a slow stop. Now, your brake pedal's there for added emergency.
Andrew, tell us about these other dash lights.
We've got our handbrake light here. That shows you when the handbrake's on. Take the handbrake off, your light's gone. So, beside here's the battery light. If for some reason that battery light comes on when you're actually in motion, pull up and get a technician to have a look at that for you. Beside that is an oil light. If at any time that oil light comes on while you're driving, again, pull up, get a technician to look at that also. Up in the middle here's an hour meter. That'll basically tell us how many hours the vehicle has done, just like your kilometres in a normal LV.
And what about these hydrostatic clutches?
For the hydrostats, one thing you will notice is when you've selected a gear, it can be in gear and the vehicle won't be in motion. So until you press that accelerator, the vehicle will then start to take off. But just bear in mind, as soon as you actually release your foot off the accelerator, the vehicle will start to come to an automatic slowdown. That's the difference between a normal manual LV and the hydrostat. So basically, in gear, no acceleration, the vehicle will stay in motion, it won't move. Then once you depress that accelerator, the vehicle will move, and once you remove your foot off that, it'll come to an automatic slowdown.
That's great, Andrew. Now, let's take her for a run.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, how does she feel to drive?
Yeah, no, very good.
In what way?
Steering very responsive and plenty of power.
And what about the hydrostatic clutch?
Okay, what you find is when you remove your foot off the accelerator, the vehicle will come to a very sudden, quick stop. That'll tend to pull you up and throw you forward in the seat. Remembering you've only got a seat belt around your waist, so be aware of how quick this vehicle will stop.
What's the difference between the mule and the Kubota?
A few things there. This one's not hydrostat drive, so you'll find that when you want to pull up, you'll actually have to apply the brake pedal on this one. It won't decelerate under the speed of the motor. The other thing, when doing a pre-start, we've got a small button here, which we actually pull that to fold the seat forward. We lift both the latches on both sides around here, and that allows us to grab hold of the seat and tilt it forward. Now doing that allows you to grab hold of this grab handle underneath there, supporting the tray. You lift it up. Now that engages a lock rod over that side, which prevents the tray from falling back down. That allows you access into your engine bay to do your pre-starts. Again, as normal, your engine oil, check your belts, and your coolant reservoir is up the front. Up here, just check your coolant reservoir there to make sure you've got plenty of water.
That's it for this week on North Park's Top Gear. Now drive safely, do your pre-starts, and enjoy the fabulous Kubota and the mule. Next week, Mark Francis takes the diesel-loving Komatsu forklift for a burn around the North Park store yard. It's not to be missed. See you then.